Hello everyone. So it's Lisa with Pampered Chef and I am getting ready to make some spinach quiche. It's crustless spinach quiche. So I figured I would jump on. This is something that I make on a regular basis. It's really quick and easy to make. I am adding 1 tablespoon of avocado oil to my cast iron pan. In this cast iron pan is where I am going to cook up the veggies that I'm going to add to it. So this recipe calls for onion, spinach, eggs, salt and pepper, and Munster cheese, which I'm going to use a little bit of feta. And I've got some onion that I've already chopped, so I'm just going to use that. I had some left over, so I just stuck it in a bag and put it in the freezer. So I'm going to use this up as I need it, and it's a great way to not waste some when you have extra, because I didn't need a whole onion, but I had a huge one. So this will go right into the pan. I'll try to get you over here a little bit, right into my cast iron pan, and then I'll be able to cook this down. Now I've also got some spinach, which I did the same thing. This was fresh spinach. I just threw it in here and just decided, you know, I'm going to freeze this so it doesn't go bad and it's quick and easy, and I will grab this and I'll throw it in the pan when those cook down a little bit. And that's how I'm going to use what I'm going to use for spinach. Now, the one thing I'm just using right here is super fun. This is brand new. So this is the cup slicer. So it's super easy, and I've got some tomatoes in there already, and I've got some on the board, and I figured I would just show you really quick. You just push down on it, literally. Super easy. These tomatoes I buy all the time for my granddaughter. She loves them. So look at that. How quick is that? When you have littles that are bugging you and they want to eat, I don't even know how many that is, but it is super easy for strawberries, bananas. You want to use it on your softer fruits and veggies, not your hard veggies or your hard fruits. So into the pan this is going to go. And cool little trick, if your food is stuck in the bottom, then you take, this is the protection part that goes over the blades when you put it away. So all you do is you stick this on here, and you're going to push down on it, and it pushes the food right up through for you. So you don't have to mess around with any of that sharp blade situation. How cool is that? Dishwasher safe top rack. This is like one of the new products that came out for the spring, and it's a hot seller. You can see why. Super easy, super fun. And everybody loves easy fun in the kitchen, right? Nobody wants to spend a lot of time working, but I like to eat well. So that's kind of why I got into Pampered Chef. I needed to learn how to cook better. I wanted to eat better. I wanted to eat good food, and I didn't have the ability to go out all the time, whether it was financial or for us, it was more so as there's nothing around. We literally live in the country. So we moved from Florida into a very rural country setting. So, you know, we're used to being able to jump really quick to, you know, some maybe Smoothie King and grab a smoothie on the way to softball for my husband. Yeah, that's not an option. You know, you've got those fast food places in town, but it's nothing that we really want to, you know, frequent. So I decided to learn how to cook at home better. And that's what I've been doing, and Pampered Chef has helped me do that. So I'm kind of staying out of the video because I wanted to show that you can still video and talk about what you're doing, and you don't have to literally be in the video. Hi! Oh my gosh. I do have a YouTube channel. I'll post it in the comments. And yeah, I go on YouTube all the time. I will upload videos to YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel. So Yummy, you gotta check it out. I'm famous on YouTube. Why not, right? Yeah, so just getting some great yumminess ready for this quiche, which I'm just gonna do 5 eggs. I figured I only had 3 tomatoes left. I was gonna use the cup slicer, which is, it's very quick, so I guess it could be There, the oven is ready. So next up is we're gonna get this cooked down, and then I wanna put in the spinach, which I'm almost ready. So these were for some frozen red onions I had chopped yesterday, and I had some left over. We had tossed salad for dinner, so I just went ahead and stuck them in the freezer, and that's what I do so that I'm not wasting the food. So in is gonna go our spinach. I think I need to chop. Let me get my cutting board. My cutting mat, I should say. Pampered Chef has cutting mats, so they're flexible. You can cut what you need to and dump it right into your pan, right into your compost, if you do composting. So that's super easy. So now we're just gonna put this spinach out here. So this is frozen spinach. I got it in a big bulky container, organic, and I just broke it up into individual packages and stuck it in the freezer. So when I want to make my quiche, I've got it. Now I do have some, it's getting a little warm here. Okay. I do have some feta cheese, but I only had a little, so I'm going to have to do feta and cheddar. So I am going to go ahead and shred some cheese, because when you shred your own cheese, it's much better for you. When you buy the pre-packaged shredded cheese, they have to put an additive in there to keep it from clumping together in the bag, in the packaging. So you're getting an additive that you really don't need. So it's better if you shred your own. Number one, the taste of it is unbelievable compared to the shredded cheese. It doesn't get any better than a real block of cheese. So I'm just gonna stick this back together. And it's important that you have a sharp knife in your kitchen. A dull knife is very dangerous. So if you have one investment to make, I will tell you, it needs to be a sharp knife. It's going to change your game in your kitchen. And I happen to get my knife set from Pampered Chef. When I joined, I earned it for free, just for doing this and what I love. So perks about Pampered Chef are just amazing. Spring and fall, we earn new products. I have new stuff showing up all the time. It's kind of like going through the old and figuring out, where am I gonna put this stuff? So it's a good problem to have, right? When you have all these helpful little tools in your kitchen. And face it, when there's a product that you really like and it's on your wish list and it's a little pricey, your best bet is to host a party. We can do that online. I do all the work, you show up, invite your friends, they hang out, we share recipes, ideas about what to use in the kitchen, different stuff to make, and time savers, and everyone gets a little bit of knowledge, and we just have a lot of fun. So it would be something that, if you're interested in doing, just shout out below, and I would love to get you on my schedule. Got some parties coming up, but I would be sure to, be able to squeeze you in if I can. I would love that. So here is my friend for my cheese. This is what I'm going to use to shred the cheese, because you want to make your own, you want to shred your own cheese. All right, so right now, this piece is kind of big. If it was smaller, I could chunk it up and put it in the food holder, which has this clear part that you put on and you push the food in. So for right now, I can just run this down and it's going to be just fine. My fingers aren't going to get anywhere near the sharp part. But as you can see, it's easy to grate your own cheese when you have a sharp grater. And what did I say? It's so much better for you. And within a few seconds, I have, this is probably a cup, maybe a cup and a half of cheese to go in. So within seconds. And it's so much better for you. Don't forget that. You want to give your family the best that you can. So when you can do little things like that, buy the bulk cheese, block cheese, and shred it yourself. You can even shred in bulk on the weekend and you can freeze it. I know people that do that. All right, so next up we're gonna do our eggs. All right, I'm so privileged. I have fresh eggs. Yee, I'm lucky. That's what happens when you have good kids. My son has chickens and he shares with his mama. So I'm very fortunate. So right now we're going to get some eggs into, I need 5 eggs. And I always throw the shells in the compost. My son has pigs as well. So we're in the process of feeding them. So I have a 5-gallon bucket on the back porch. I dump all of this in. When it gets full, we take it over and dump it off for the pigs. They love it. Love, love, love. It's great too. You know, I just add in any kind of cuttings that I have from my scraps from vegetables, and we send it over to the pigs. So it's a great thing just to, you know, help put that full circle back around. All right, so here's our eggs. I've got 5 eggs, and I'm gonna get these beaten. You wanna mix them up and get those yolks. And the egg yolks for fresh with these chickens, because these are fresh eggs. They're free range. They run all over my son's property. The yolks are so bright, and they're so good. So good for you. And especially now with the cost of eggs, I'm so fortunate. We're so lucky to be blessed to have chickens that give us fresh eggs every day. All right, so we need 1/4 of salt, and I'm using Himalayan salt. This is not bleached. So when you can get natural, unbleached food into your body, it's so much better. 1/8 of pepper. And just want to mix that around. And it's good to have a good whisk. All right, and I forgot the pie plate, so I will be 1 minute. All right, so I have one of the stone pie plates, which has the stone on the inside, and it has the glaze outside. This is one of my favorites, and I've used this several times, and you can tell it still looks brand new. The darker it gets, the better it's gonna cook. So if you have a piece of stoneware that you can't get clean, that's okay. It's not supposed to be clean. It's supposed to get darker. What I have right here is a kitchen spritzer. In here, I have olive oil. I put in here what I choose. There's no additives in here. There's nothing but olive oil. So be careful when you're spraying your cookware with anything that you buy that would be like an aerosol situation. You don't want to get any of that gunk build up on your bakeware. The different cooking sprays that you can spray have those additives. So what comes out is not just oil, it's other things. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray this, and if your kitchen spritzer isn't spraying properly, it needs to be cleaned. So I'm spraying it all around. Now what I'm gonna do is you saw that I pumped this to get the aerosol, so it would pump. Now I'm gonna release it, close it up again. Now it's ready to go back on my shelf and ready for the next time. All right, so the first thing we have to do is we have to put our cheese and our goodies from our spinach and our onion right into our egg. And we've got to mix this all together. So typically what I do is I like to scoot this in. And you can tell the spinach is still, it's not completely cooked down, but it is so good. This is one of the great things that I snack on. I will have this for lunch until it's gone. I will warm it up and I will just eat it. And I do have feta cheese on my list because typically I just put feta in there, and I just love the salty, yummy taste of it. So you can do whatever you like. If you like ham and cheese, you can do ham and cheddar. You can do just veggies, and you can, skip the cheese. It's totally up to you, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to add in our cheddar that I shredded. And then, like I said, I've got a little tiny piece of my feta in here, and it's going in because feta is just yum, yum, yum. So I'm just going to break it apart. That way it can spread and I can get more of it in my bites. And it can be gummy and yucky, but on your fingers it feels yucky, but this stuff is amazing. I guess you have to be a lover. Who loves feta? Shout out below and let me know. Where are you watching from? Are you watching replay? Are you watching live? Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It's sunny here in Tennessee. It's probably around 50 degrees. I locked the dogs outside because they would be barking. All right, so now you see how that is just a yummy, yummy situation. Into my pie plate it's gonna go, and it's gonna go into the oven at 350 for 30 minutes. I'm gonna take it out and it's gonna have to sit for 10 minutes, which feels like the longest 10 minutes of my life, until I can cut into it and start eating it. And that is going to be amazing. I've got a lot of cheese in there, a lot of vegetables, my spinach, tomato, and onion. So you can put in whatever you want, and I will post a picture of what it looks like when it's done. Who likes quiche? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Have a fabulous